Well, my wife made sure our decorations were down before we were done opening presents. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
But for those of you who haven't started the process yet, Dina has some DIY ideas.
Okay, so here's the deal. I know for a lot of us, keeping the Christmas decorations up all year was a possibility, but I know it's probably not going to happen for at least most of us. So I have some ideas. Don't go out and buy all the fancy organizing stuff. I mean, you can, but it can cost you a lot of money. So I have some very DIY ways to do this. Okay, so I recently went to Costco and I got a big old thing of apples. Guess what, friends? You can use the apple tray. Okay, so here we go. Rather than getting an ornament organizer, repurpose and reuse this jazz apple tray. Watch this.
That's
Watch
nice.
this, okay? So when you go to put this stuff back in your garage or under the house or wherever you're going for the next year, just put all the ornaments in these little bubbles. And once you can put a little bit of tissue if you want to, but for the most part, most ornaments are kind of the right size as an apple. And so now when you go to organize all your ornaments at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about them breaking and having to wrap every single one in a piece of tissue. You can just put it in a little apple tray. Now, just for extra security, you can probably tape the ends here. But look at that. Now they're all in there and they have a nice little home. But what about the ornaments that are a little smaller than this and you don't want them kind of moving around as much? Well, friends, you eat eggs. You like eggs?
You like eggs?
Because guess what? I do. And these actually make a great place for the smaller ornaments.
Oh, nice. Yeah, demonstrate.
Watch this. Demonstration. Look at that. It fits perfect.
Keep going. That's my area to take down tomorrow.
Oh,
So
it is?
go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
keep going.
So all the little ornaments can fit right in there.
Have yolk?
Now, some people take their hooks off every year. I'm too lazy for that. So you can just take all the little ornaments, and I only have a couple more of the small ones here. But look at that. They all fit. And then when you're done, don't put it back in the fridge or on the counter because somebody's going to open that and get real disappointed that they don't have breakfast. But it's such an easy way and a cost-effective way to store the ornaments. You don't have to go out and buy all the fancy stuff. The cool thing about the apples, though, is it's clear, so you'll know what ornaments you're going to grab next year. If you're like some of my friends who redecorate the tree every year with a bunch of different colored ornaments, I'm not for you, okay? I don't want to have like 15 apple racks in my garage.
You should probably show us how you fill up that entire apple thing.
Cody, how much time do we have to kill in the 10 o'clock hour? It's fine.
A lot.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
13 more minutes.
Next up, my Christmas lights. I never can shove all the lights back into the little box that they gave me at the home goods store or wherever, right? And it's like way too much work. So take a piece of cardboard from all of the shipments that you got from Amazon or wherever this year. I know we all did most of our shopping online. So all you have to do is take a piece of cardboard, any size, honestly, and then you make a couple of slits in the sides. I'm being very cognizant.
Were you practicing that?
Where I put my thumbs these days. Okay, so you make a couple of slits in the sides here.
Policy.
And then you take your Christmas lights. Sorry, Cody, I started taking your decorations down already.
No, it's fine.
I can find the ends here. So now you have a little slit, right? So you can put the end of the light through the slit so it holds it, okay? So now it's in place. And then you start wrapping. And if you do slits on both sides, you can actually wrap as you go into the little slit.
That's really smart.
And then what you can do is if you have a bin, you can file fold all of your Christmas lights. If you have multiple strands of lights, you can almost like folding your file folders like you would for documents. You can put all the pieces of cardboard back up against each other, and then next year you just pull the whole thing out. And there you go. They're not all tangled. They're not all messed up. And you can even write on them if you want to make sure you know, like, oh, this strand was broken, but I want to save it because there's one good light on there that I could use for next year. And you can do this with your garland.
You're doing a
can
great
wrap your
job.
Hey,
garlands.
I've got some stuff over here in the cook set.
No, John, leave her alone. She's doing a great
Does
job.
that cardboard trick thing work with a fake bow of holly? What is this, pine?
Yeah. You could do it with whatever.
Don't
you could
interrupt her, John. She's doing
there
fine.
There you go. And then you take the end at the end, and there you go. You're done.
That's really going to pay off.
You've been
next
Dina-I-Y'd.
year when you're unpacking them.
Yes.
You'll thank yourself for doing that next year.
You've been Dina-I-Y.
You've been Dina-I-Y'd. Watch your thumbs.
Yeah, I need to find the story about that. What happened to your thumb?
We don't have time.
It's grotesque.
It was a salami accident.
Ooh.
This year has